Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions Remastered. To follow up in the previous episode, last time we started doing some more serious astral sorcery progression. I've got some rock crystals over here just chilling in the liquid starlight, trying to grow, I guess. We can just leave them down here. I assume that they can both grow if they're both in there. I'll go back over there in a bit to see if there are still the particles flying out of there. But I did go ahead and upgrade my other rock crystal to size 400, and trying to do these, I don't see the particles, so I'm just going to assume they can only do one at a time. So let's just throw that one in there. So last time we were trying to find Lucerna in the sky, not the dairy farm. That's Lucerne, anyways. So we are trying to find Lucerna in the sky, and the issue we're having is that in order to be able to see the dim constellations, as they're called, we actually need to go and we need to become attuned first. So we're going to need to go to the Attunement chapter and do this ritual / process over here to become attuned. That's going to require us to have the Attunement altar. And then the only thing we're going to be able to attune to, we have to attune to a bright constellation. So the only thing we're going to be able to attune to is Armara, because that's the only thing we have. And constellation paper. I don't know about getting the other attunement papers here. Let's see. So VCO is Starlight Crafting altar. We could make that one. Let's see. Decidia, Armara, Evorcio, my bad. I think the one I would be interested in is probably Armara, which we already have, or what's the other one called? Avitus? And I don't think we're going to be able to make Avitus. Yeah, here's Avitus. It takes the Celestial Altar, which needs Sterling Silver, okay, doesn't take an attuned crystal. It takes a regular rock crystal, works. But the Sterling Silver, I'm pretty sure is a Blast Furnace recipe. Yeah, so we can't make that just yet. So I'm going to just go ahead and go with Avitus, and that's just what we're going to roll with. But before we can do that, we're going to have to make the Attunement altar. So let's go Attunement altar. Here's what we are making. We are going to need aquamarines. We're going to need some brass screws. We do not need an attuned rock crystal, right? Just a regular one works? Yeah. We can use our low-grade rock crystal here, the one that we're not growing, so... And this one is growing now, right? Yeah, 326. Yeah, so we're going to have another large rock crystal for that. Some rune marble. Oh, and some spectral relays. In fact, we should make a good handful of these, I think. I think we would like to make a good handful of these. Oh, hold on. There's a quest for telescope over here. Where is the quest for telescope? Here, why did you not give us the reward already? Hang on. Pick up the dang telescope, I guess. Wow, quest complete. Spectral relays. Those are going to be good for a couple things. We can put them down and then make a little multi-block with them that lets us focus more light on our altar. So we can use that to boost our altar. But we're also going to need them for the attunement process. Let's see what else. Yo, hold on. The attunement pedestal quest just gives us a straight up 100 purity rock crystal. Oh, with VCO though. It's already tuned to VCO, huh? Okay, we'll just roll with that, I guess. It also gives us a perfect lens. That's potentially useful. Is there any other quests that give us perfect lenses? So the linking tool quest gives us a perfect Prism lens. Oh, there's actually a few quests here. Uh, okay, we can't do this one yet. We don't have thorium or awaken activation catalyst. We do actually have this lens here, so we have a few lenses already we have access to. In fact, let me just go ahead and grab it and throw it up here so we do not forget where it is, / that we have it. We can't do that one just yet. Floating crystal, I don't think we can do yet. And ritual pedestal, we will be doing that one. Okay. So we'll probably need to make a few of those at some point. Anyway, so let's try to build our attunement pedestal before night comes, so that if what's it called? If Armara is in the sky, we can go ahead and attune to it. So let us go start collecting our things, and this is probably going to be the crux of what we need to get here: a shifting star. Unless there's a different recipe for it, like from the quest book. Quest reward, I mean, not a recipe. No, okay, so we're good on all of this stuff except the aquamarines, mostly. So, in fact, I think we can go ahead and craft this right now. We don't have the diamonds. Okay, so we're only missing the diamonds for the shifting star. That's no biggie. Does the ritual pedestal require a shifting star as well? No, it does not. Okay. So let's go back down to our base and let us grab a few things to build with. So I think the actual activation, or what it's called, the actual attunement altar itself is going to need some more rune marble, so I picked some of that up. We're gonna need more sapphires. Can we turn sapphire dust back into sapphire with something? I think we can, right? We can turn it straight into aquamarines with a crucible. That's not really my preferred way of doing it. Okay. So then how are we doing on actual sapphires? Oh, here's our sifting machine. I was like, why are you not processing? Crush those up really quick, and then let's see what our last ore turns into, because we are going to need more aquamarines / sapphires if this doesn't give us enough. Please? Well, that's unfortunate. We might actually end up going and doing that Thumbcraft recipe, because otherwise... Well, no, even if we do our Thumbcraft recipe, we need 6, and we only have 5 here, right? Yeah, we only have 4 right there, and then 1 other one in the centrifuge over there should have just finished. Well, also this chest is very full. Let's go and find some home for some of these items in here. Alright, took my spawn cow and glass bottle. That is okay. We don't need the chicken catcher either. We don't need veggie bait. Okay. Don't really need wisdom wood planks at the moment. Alright, so we're gonna need to go get some more sapphire. Let me just go ahead and do that, and I'll do it mostly off camera since it's just became daytime. And then really quickly, let me look at constellations for Armara. Also, another issue I was having is that I was like, hey, shouldn't it be available in any moon phase? Like, no, actually, it's only available for these moon phases, the ones that are lit up, and they are only lit up once you discover it. So, the current moon phase is going to be... Where's the moon? Okay, I didn't mean to go into the void world, but sure. Is the moon visible in the void world? Can't help but notice I don't see the moon anywhere, so back to the overworld we go. I thought I saw it up there. Yeah, okay, so the moon phase is currently, this one. So we actually need 2 more nights before we'll be able to. See that? I don't know when the moon phase changes, but there's some kind of weirdness here happening where the moon is really far ahead of the sun in the sky. And I don't know why the moon is going faster than the sun. Usually the moon goes the same speed and it's just on the opposite side, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go find some sapphire or be back in a bit. Okay, well, I thought the portal I had over here had the ender shard that went um, to that ruin over there, which would get us pretty close to the sapphire vein up here. And as you can see, it's quite a ways away over there. But it does not. So I think instead what we're going to have to do is I'm going to grab a boat. I'm going to go to the river to our west, and then I'm just going to try to boat up there really fast before it becomes daytime, or nighttime, I mean. And it's currently like midday, so I have about 5 minutes to get up there. So we'll see if I make it. Alright, see you in a bit. Just a midway check-in. This is my current view. Just going up the river here. We're going to be hitting the ice biome soon. There's a big oak tree over there. I think we've gone over here. Yeah, this is the village that we visited a while ago. And at some point we actually need to go back and get some emerald-related things going on. But anyways, we are getting close to there. We are getting up to that magical biome, and then, or what is this, crystal forest? And after we pass our crystal forest, we're going to be in the edge of the ice biome, and then I'm just going to be able to speed run and jump on the river, which will get us there pretty quickly. So yeah, see ya in a bit. Alright, I am now in the ice biome, and I'm just, as you can see, just running as fast as I can up the frozen river. Here's some spot where it's not frozen, thanks to the lava. There's a poor squid trapped under the ice. Sucks to be that guy, I guess. But we're just a little bit away from our, just a little bit away from where we have our vein marked. And the sun has only gone down a little bit, so we're making good time here. So see ya in a second once I'm all the way at the vein. Alright, we are here. This time I have my GUI on. So I had gone down here before with a bucket of water. Alright. And, let me see. I brought an ender teleport shard. Did I put it in my bag? Nope, I did not. Okay, well, I do not have an ender shard, actually. And I just looked and I'm like, no, I don't think I made one of those. So, I think I had the extra in the chest over there, but yeah, we are on the clock once again to actually mine this. I don't have torches either. Great. Cool. So we are mining in the dark as well. Alright, well, I guess that's how it's gonna be. Probably not gonna be a lot to see here, so I'm just gonna cut back when I am back at the base with some ores. Oh, tech. I totally forgot. I have some illumination powder, and I was able to place that as a torch. I mean, it's not really tech, it's magic, right? But, I only really needed one light source to be able to see something here, so this is, like, fine. It's not great, and illumination powder is kind of expensive to be using in this manner. But we got something, at least for, like, the minute here that I wanted to mine. And I can just pick up some ores. I don't think any of this ore in the ceiling is sapphire. Yeah, the sapphire is here on the bottom layer of the vein here. It's these light blue ones are blue topaz, and that's the sapphire there. So I only really want the sapphires. So just kind of comb it across here. And this time we're coming home with more than just like 4 sapphires. So that was really, really dumb of me previously to have only brought in so few. But not having light here is kind of annoying, and I really wish I brought an ender shard so we can get back quicker, but this is going to be, per usual, it's a future me problem, right? Let me get cobblestone going in here automatically, because it keeps it being a bother. Alright, just going to grab a few more sapphire, and then I'm going to go ahead and head back, because I cannot see what I'm doing with how dark it is, and I don't want to waste a ton of illumination powder. I'd rather run back than have to make more illumination powder. So let's go back to home. Okay, sapphire. Now that we have a good amount, we are going to definitely, absolutely go and we're going to chemical bath it in our, with our liquid starlight here. And this is going to take more than the amount of liquid starlight we have. So let me just go up and grab some liquid starlight. Alright, one thing I'm trying to do, or thinking about doing, is like kind of cutting the back and forth a lot because um, I make a lot of mistakes in forgetting what's what. I only grabbed a bucket. I thought the stainless steel cell would fill. Darn it. But I make a lot of just planning errors, I guess is one way to call it, where I just like forget things. So I am thinking to start. Ooh, this is potentially problematic also. I hadn't realized this is connecting here. Anyways, I was thinking to start just whenever I have to do a lot of running back and forth, just to like go ahead to cut that part maybe. And I'm gonna try to probably keep my video sessions the same length, or my recording sessions the same length. But obviously, if I'm cutting a lot out, it's going to shorten the amount of content. Basically, it's just going to be like 30 minutes of productive things rather than 30 minutes of productive things and then 30 minutes of me running around randomly. So I was thinking to change in that regard. Can we put this in here as well? Like, do you go in there? No, you do not go in there. Does blue topaz go in here? Yeah, but why would we want dense blue topaz? Aluminum, silicon, fluoride. Maybe for the fluoride, possibly. Pyrope even goes in here. Why would we want pyrope? Pyrope is a bunch of... It's a magnesium, aluminum, silicon, oxygen. And what do we do? Electrolyze it? Yeah. We'll pass on processing those for now. Let's put those away. Dense sapphire. Okay, to the oven. And we can speed our oven up something fierce because it's a steam machine. Now we have our native clusters. We can grind those up. Speed those up something fierce. Ooh, look at all them crushed sapphires. And we are actually going to want to wash our sapphires because aluminum ore is important for us. So I'm going to be putting that in here. We're going to need some more diluted water. Let's just steal a bunch from over here and dump it in here. And this is just going to be going for a little while. Let me grab the battery to help speed it up. Though we're going to obliterate the charge out of this battery doing this. Yep, there we go. It's probably not going to last super long, but I don't need it to last long. I just want to get some purified sapphire so that I can go ahead and start sifting it. Double the sifting machine speed. Yep, our battery is dead. That did not last very long. Throw the stone out. Stone is worthless to us at the moment. And yeah, now we just hope that we get the stuff we need for the sifting machine. And I'm just going to go ahead and pause while that is all running and processing and all this fun stuff. So be back in a bit. And I might hook up a pipe here to get some water into this washing plant. I will see. Okay, be back soon. Okay, this has been processing for a little bit. Got some more purified sapphire. Throw the stone away. So this is just chilling in here, and I think one thing that gets our machine jammed is when all of the outputs of a certain type are empty, and then it's like, yo, I don't think I have enough slots, so it doesn't run. So let me just make sure not to empty the machine, and it should keep running. We can go ahead and centrifuge some of those, but I want to go ahead and grab our sapphires here, and we are going to put those are in our autoclave, right? So toss that in there with some starlight. Yep, that is processing, presumably turning into aquamarine. There we go. There's our aquamarines. Or at least I saw it for a second. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we can also accelerate that one a couple ticks because that is a low power recipe. And there's the aquamarines we need. Great. Now we need, totally forgot we need more things. Brass screws. We do have one brass rod, thankfully, so we can just go ahead and chop that up into screws really quick. I did not want the stone dust. Please go away, stone dust. Thank you. And then where are the brass bolts? There we go. Are we going to need multiple brass screws for anything in the future? Well, I'll tell you what we don't need is, we don't need brass bolts for anything, so we might as well just make them all into screws. So throw them in our lathe, and here are our bolts, screws rather. So here's our 2 screws. We have the rock up above, the shifting star. Okay, we need diamond. We have 2 diamonds. Good. And we have a bucket. We have everything else. Okay. So I think we should be good to go now. Let me grab my aquamarines and go, go, go. Just toss this out really quick. Set more processing to go while we're away. And back up to Astral Sorcery. And we are hungry. Let's eat some random delectables from our lunch box. And we can try, I guess this is actually going to be a try to make our thing, because I'm not actually sure if we're going to have enough liquid, not liquid. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough starlight at this hour. It would indicate that we do, and it is crafting, so I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, it's fine. Okay, and then for our actual attunement altar, we're going to need a lot of this stuff, a lot of city marble, and last time I actually went and I prepped a bunch of city marble to be ready to go, but I'm not sure we got enough, so I'm going to potentially need to get some more. Here, while that's crafting, let me look at what the multi-block looks like. Let's go in attunement over here, and the multi-block is over here. So it is a big boy. So it says it's 19 by 19. And then this would be 17, 15. So 15 by 15 means 200 some odd. Oh, here. There's a list, actually. 225 city marbles. Okay, yeah, that's more than we have, I believe. Here's our shifting star. Let's go ahead and make our attunement altar. We are missing our rock crystal. We're just going to use our smaller one, and then one of these relays. So here we go, attunement altar, and can you craft? You appear to be able to craft. Oh, it's a special craft. What is going on? Wow, all the light, etc. How's our rock crystal over here doing? Fully grown? Okay, love to see that. So we have 3 rock crystals of maximum size. That's good, I presume. We're going to need more spectral relays, because I believe Armara... Oh, look, there's those brass screws. I believe Armara uses, 6, is it? I don't know. We can look in our constellation real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, so we're going to need several more relays, actually. We did not make it for nighttime, but, I believe this will be the first night where it's going to be available, and then we're going to have, like, a couple nights in a row where we can catch it, so we can hurry up and make some relays. I'm just going to make, like, I don't know, like, a good handful of these. Let's make, like, 15 of them. Kind of the only annoying part about this is going to be the glass lenses. Do we have glass lenses? Yeah, we do have glass lenses. Let's go and get this going here, and then let's go make some more brass. We have infused wood. Oh, we're gonna need infused wood too, huh? We don't have that. Okay. Got quite a lot of things to do here. So, infused wood. Let's grab some mineral from our tree farm. Grab the actual mineral, not just let the tree farm reaccumulate it. Throw this in here. While that's infusing, let's make some brass. So now that we have zinc, and we have a lot of zinc actually. Yeah, here's our zinc. We can actually just go ahead and mix this with copper. And we can get a bunch of zinc that way. We do not have a bunch of copper though. We might need to process some more copper at some point. In fact, let me start some copper processing now. With some chalcopyrite there. We don't have any liquid starlight down here. Never mind, we're not doing that right this second. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Let's just get the zinc that we need for now, or the brass that we need for now. We're gonna alloy smelt these together. We can speed this up by 1 tick. Sifting machine's doing work over here. Look at it go. Alright, and this should be our brass needs. Let me just, like, make a bunch of brass rods, because, like, why not? Double the processing speed of that machine. Take a sip of my Dr. Pepper. A character once said this is the beverage of true intellectuals. I'm gonna go get some more liquid starlight while that's going. And since this is quick, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it on camera. It's fine. Whoops. I will take my lens back, please. I will put another lens. And do we need to refill the water? It doesn't look like it. Alright, grab a bunch of this. Okay, it is full this time. We have weakness and slowness. Hate to see that, but that's kind of how it goes. Do we have Armara in the sky today? I think it's another no Armara day. Yeah, I don't see it up there, so we don't need to rush that much. We are going to need to be doing quite a lot of lenses over here, though, so let's make some more glass lenses while we're down here. Glass panes, rather. So glass... Oh, we have a good amount of glass panes. Let's just take these with us, 20 of them. We brought liquid starlight, so you can process some ores with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of those beakers and throw it over here, just to be with this machine. So dense copper is gonna be another doubling of copper ores, which is nice. Do we have other kind of copper ores? Because you probably noticed I put chalcopyrite in there, but it's turning into copper. Interesting, right? It can turn multiple types of copper-like ores into copper. So I believe it can also turn malachite. No, it can't turn malachite into copper ore, but it can turn tetrahedrite. So malachite, what does that turn into? Or does it not? Malachite turns into malachite. Okay, so malachite, it's like... it's its own thing. Oh yeah, and malachite also has gems, which I don't think the malachite gems are used for anything. They are not used for anything, so if we do get any malachite gems, we would just shred them up, basically, into powder. Because malachite dust is effectively just copper. So, why are we down here? Okay, zinc and copper are good at the moment. Try to clean some junk up out of here. I think we just lost all of our rune marble. Here, let me take that back. We are going to need that for our structure. Oh yeah, and sooty marble. That's what I was thinking of, that we're like, hey, we need a bunch of that. So last episode, I actually put a bunch to make over here. And we're still short. 225. How many do we need? 225? Wait, I made an exact amount? No way. That's crazy. I swear I did not just, like, script that just now. I definitely, just, like, looked and that's what it happened to be. That's crazy. That's so funny. Nice. Okay. So I think then, let's grab some more sapphire, aquamarines, rather, while we're here. In fact, I'll just go ahead and grab all of these. Grab all of these for the centrifuge as well. Looks like the ore washing machine is out of water. Go ahead and manually put some water over there. The distillery is out of water to distill. Grab water out of this drum, I guess. I don't know. We don't have a source of water set up anywhere at the moment. I probably should get that resolved. Oops. There we go. That is all running. Everything is running on all cylinders at the moment. So let's go up, and I'm going to be making some spectral lenses, I guess. Glass lenses, rather. And that's going to take a while. It's a manual process, so I'm just going to do it off camera. So I will see y'all in a minute once I finish this. And I can probably use my time in a bottle here, too. speed it up a little bit, but I'm gonna need to refill the pond manually, which is kind of the annoying part. This is what it looks like for me when the pond is not filled, and then when the pond is empty, I need to do that and then interrupt my workflow. Yeah, anyways, I'll be back in a second. Okay, that did not actually take too long. I had to go refill my reservoir one time. Not too big of a deal. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get my brass screws, so let me go back down and grab those. And while I'm down here grabbing that, the infused wood as well. Hopefully it's not despawned. Dang it! My face when waiting for things to process around the base. Also, wisdom wood log got me. I was gonna say, Wisdom Wood Log is not the same as this infused wood. That one is from the Starlight, so I had that mixed up. Sir, can you let me get my stuff back? Jeez. There you go. How you like that, buddy? We have, like, such little health left now, I might as well just go and jump off our furnace and, like, get my health back, because why not? Annoying cows. Okay, well, we made a bunch of Wisdom Wood Log, and then I realized we don't even need that. We can just use the Liquid Starlight. How's our brass screws? Brass screws are done. Okay, I think we have everything done. I was also just shifting ores that we were processing around. I don't want this head, really. And now we are forced to walk, so yep, I am going back to my platform now. And I know this is kind of a shorter episode, but I think after we get this thing all built, we're... Oh, no, not the nether. Get out of here. What am I doing? Talking while I'm trying to walk around. Anyways, after we get all this stuff built, I'm thinking maybe to call it there, because while there has been not a whole lot of progress, I've been doing a lot of stuff off camera, you know how it is, so... we need 15 marble. We might need to go get some more marble just to be able to do our altar up here, so... We need chiseled marble, I believe, which is... Well, it's always hard to tell with these textures. It looks like this one, but it's the Astral Sorcery one, not engraved. There it is, that one. Okay, so now we should be able to craft up a bunch of these guys. Oh yeah, let's go. How many can you craft in one dose of Starlight is my question. And can I see anything in our telescope? Nope, we can only see the sky, unsurprisingly. Let's see. Brass screws I'll leave here. Aquamarine we'll leave there. It did 5 of them. I mean, it's something, certainly. Alright, let's start building our platform. So our platform, let's see, I'm gonna extend it that way. How's our claim chunks? We don't really need it chunk loaded. I'm gonna go ahead and add a chunk loading anyways, just so I don't forget it's not chunk loaded. We are going to go ahead and start building it out this direction, I feel. And I think we're gonna need some more ruined marble, aren't we? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so we wanted to make a buffer space of, like, 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have the, Actually, with how big this thing is, I think we can do 2, because this thing kind of comes out to the edge. What is the... No, that is 2. Okay, we're actually, I think, fine to do 1. Let me just double check what the size of the other altar is. Really quick, again. Be right back. Okay, the altar only comes out to 11 by 11. So it only comes out 1 further block, so we should be able to actually build our altar along this line, because our altar comes out kind of like this around this guy. So I would just want to make sure that we center the middle of our guy over here with this. But I'm actually, like, have some real life obligations I need to get to. So I'm going to probably hold off on building this right now. I will build it probably off camera. And then next time when we come back, the altar will be all built and ready to go. So until then, thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I think I'm probably going to do this kind of shorter format episodes with more pauses, especially as I don't have a lot of time on a lot of days. So that will at least make it so I can make more episodes and maybe publish them a little bit more frequently rather than having long episodes with very big gaps between them. So until then, if you're enjoying the series, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. Goodbye, and thank you for watching.